Hi guys, welcome to our Groom Out Sunday session. We have Jacqie with us today.
I'm here today.
She's not sick today,
Not
so
sick.
it's good.
And I have a voice.
And she has a voice. And we have Scotty with us. And I need to say, when I seen Scotty, you kind of get a bit starstruck. You know, when you see dogs and you get starstruck?
Yes.
This is a dog that I did when you come up with him. I'm like, and you're like, this is Scotty.
Scotty.
Do you know Scotty? And I'm like,
everyone knows Scotty. Yeah, so Scotty was I was starstruck.
Yeah.
I saw him at a dog show before I was even in Americans. I saw him and I was just, wow. And I was like, how do I get one?
Yeah.
And so he was my start. He was my start in Americans, and I'm so lucky to have something from Scotty in my house. So, I'm so in love with this guy. Adele. Yeah, so my girl is a granddaughter of Scotty's.
Granddaughter.
Yeah.
And he's very chilled and he's
For now.
taking it all in his stride. He's very humble about his starness.
Yes.
And he's ready.
Yes, he's ready to be a star.
And he's owned by Liz?
Yes, so Liz is my mentor, and he was actually born in America, and he came to live in Australia with Liz, and Karen and Pauline also own him, but he lives with Liz.
Yeah, so thank you, Liz.
Thank you, Liz. We love you.
So we're having trouble linking onto Instagram, Paul?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry about all the Instagram people. We'll keep trying.
He's trying his best. He's back there. He's trying very hard.
Yeah. So we'll keep sort of watching out for that as well. So thank you for joining us today. We are going to do all things blending with our Americans. Because I do a lot of teaching, so I'm forever teaching which way to go on the coat with the blenders, which blenders and thinners to use, especially with the different colours.
Yes.
So when you've got your lighter colours.
Yeah, and it's so much harder with lighter colours because it just shows up like anything. Every scissor mark, you will see it.
Yeah, and because... Do you call them your buffs?
Yeah, so, those lighter, like blondish, reddish coloured dogs, we call them buff in Americans.
Yeah.
And I believe they're called golds in English cockers.
Okay, yeah.
I want to say gold cocker. Yeah.
Because I find you can go, and if you go the wrong way with them, you can see the lightness coming underneath.
Yeah, and it's just totally different. Like it's one colour, but it's many colours that make up that colour. So once you hit past that top coat, you'll see another, colour layer and then another colour layer until you get to the skin. Yeah. So that's why it's so important to be really careful with your blending on the light coloured dogs.
Yeah. But, okay, so what is your process? So you need to clip out his throat area. He's falling asleep, by the way.
Poor Scott. He had a good night's sleep, I swear. But I think
how old is he?
8, 9. Yeah. So he's a veteran dog now, so he's very used to the whole process, aren't you, Sleepy Boy?
Oh, hello, TC Bear from Maryland, USA. Wow.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
I don't even know what time it is in the US.
No.
You'll have to let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Because we have no idea.
No idea. We don't even know what time it is here.
Yeah, so definitely let us know where you're watching from. It's always nice to know.
Yeah, nice to know that there's people outside of Australia watching.
Yeah. And Jacqie, where is your salon?
My salon is in Pakenham in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's about an hour from me.
Here? Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to cross the city.
Yeah. Unfortunately, with all the tolls.
Yeah. So we didn't get Instagram call? No. Sorry, guys, no Instagram.
No Instagram.
Maybe next time I'll just do it from my phone, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay, so what's your process? Because you're going to clip out the throat a little bit.
Yeah, so what I'm going to show is that blending. I may as well take this off because he's being so well behaved, and I said you weren't going to be well behaved. So it's the blending, blending from your carding work and your clipper work, and then you've got that, blending area to make a good clean transition
into
from your
stripping
into your shoulder and into your clipping work.
So this dog, hi Deb, thank you for joining us.
Hi.
9 p.m. on a Saturday night.
Wow.
That sounds like me on a Saturday night. Just at home with my dogs.
Watching the telly.
So this dog, he's always stripped.
Always, yeah. He's always been hand stripped and carded on his jacket. He's only recently been clipped on the legs. So I thought this would be a bit easier to see rather than having a full skirted black dog. It might be a bit harder to see. He's still got the nice strip work. He's still got the nice clip work. So we can still do that whole part, and it might be a bit easier to see on the camera on a black dog.
Okay, so Vicky's watching from KCC Park.
Oh, Vicky, hi.
Hi, Vicky, keeping warm.
Oh, that's so nice. Thanks, Vicky. Yeah. Oh, my God, it must be freezing, yeah?
Yeah. So you're going to do some clipper work?
Yes. Yeah, so I thought I've done his face, I've done his ears. I just haven't clipped the neck work, so I thought we might show some quick clip work, do a quick, strip work, and then spend most of the time blending that work.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, so we'll start with our clipper work.
Yep, all right. So I'm going to bring Scotty around this way, and I'm going to grab some clippers. Ready? I know. He's very tired this morning. I don't know why. He has had a good sleep. I don't know why he's so tired. He's been crying at Adele last night, so it's a lot of work. So when I am clipping, and you know what? I didn't bring a hair tie or anything.
Which is funny because I normally have 50,000 hair ties around me because of the poodles. But
no, that's all right. I'll hold it out the way because I've done all this clipper work around his chin.
If Trey was here, he would share.
He's a good boy. He's a good sharer.
He would share. Sometimes he shares with me if I have a band break in my hair.
I know, and I do vice versa. So I'm like, oh no, they need the hair tie. I better pull my hair out. So I'm going to use, what camera are we on? A 5-in-1 blade. And I think we've set it to a 10.
Yes.
Would that be a 10?
Yeah.
So we set it to a 10, and just for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to go with the grain. But you can go against the grain if you really need a really tight throat. But Scotty's throat's pretty good looking, so we'll just leave
When would you do a tight throat? Like when would you do that?
I would do a tight throat if I had a dog that was a bit short in neck. Or if I really needed that chest to pop.
Okay.
So the tighter I bring this back, the more I'm going to get here from the front.
Makes sense.
Yeah, or if the dog is a bit loose, like those cockers that you get that really loose skin.
Yeah, they get a bit throaty.
Yeah, so just to make it tidy. Well, and it doesn't look messy. But we'll just go with the grain today.
All right.
So we're going to go, because I'm left-handed, we're going to go on the left-hand side for Scotty today. Do you want me to move him back? Is that all right? Yeah, I'll move him back. Ready? 3, 2, 1. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Is that better? Yeah, everyone can see? So I'm following, when I'm clipping the throat, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a cowlick that goes from under the bulb of his ear and it goes all the way down to his, what we call the prosternum. So we're going to clip that whole, and you can see there's a bit of hair sticking out there. So we're going to clip this whole line, and I'm going to go 2 fingers width above that that breastbone. And I'm not going to dip in too far down here, just so he's got a nice flow from the neck into his chest. Right. And we're making, it's almost like a U shape, so I'm just following this cowlick that he has. I may as well do the other side to make it neat. There we go.
Okay, so I just set up my phone for
Oh,
Instagram.
did you for Insta? Oh, good on you.
But the sound might not be good, so sorry, guys.
So if we can see, if I turn him around
Yeah.
here, so you can see, I'm hoping you can see, I've just followed this cowlick all the way down to the breastbone and then all the way back up to back up to his ear. So this whole U shape should be clear.
Yeah, that's a lot of hair. I didn't think you had that much
just
hair.
one strip. Yeah. I know. He's a hairy animal. So now that I've done that, I'm going to do a little bit of a, I guess, fine work on this. So when we're looking at him from the side profile, we want to see a really nice shoulder.
So then we don't have all this hair hanging out here.
Yeah.
Like
Have we got, could you pass me the comb? The gold. Yeah, the gold. Yeah. So, yeah, when we're looking at him from...
And that's our front profile.
That's the front profile.
Straight on to where everybody can see.
So what we're aiming for is to remove all this. So it's a nice line going straight from his ear almost all the way down. So when you had full furnishings, it would just be a straight line.
Yeah.
So we can see from here we've got all that to get rid of.
Yeah. So Tim's joined us.
On you, Tim. Thank you, love.
Tim is Jacqie's partner.
Oh, he's coming from HQ. Thank you so much, love.
From Better Dog Grooming Salon. You'll get home and he'll be grooming dogs.
Yeah, I wish. I wish. Save me a job. Okay, so we've done the clipper work.
Yeah.
And now we're just going to, so when we look at him from the side profile, we're going to make this defined shoulder line, which when you feel a cocker, any spaniel, so like your Springers, your Cockers, your Americans, you can feel they've got this little divot from their shoulder to their breastbone.
Yeah.
So we're going to pop that out. So we're just, I turned that off myself. Just come down a little bit more and put this, I haven't got enough hands, this corner of the clipper, the very edge of the clipper, just into that hole. And we're going to do the same on the other side.
Yeah.
So on the opposite corner, and we're just going to push it just into that hole.
Because for me, the clipper work is the foundation of then your blending work, your stripping work, and it's like sets in that shoulder, in that front.
It's almost like I think of it like join the dots. So the clipper work starts your dots.
Yeah.
And then your strip work sets another dot.
Yeah.
And then your blend work is joining the dots together.
Yeah.
So if you haven't done proper clipper work and you haven't done proper stripping work, you'll never get the blending work done and then you're going to go back to clipping and then you go back to stripping. And then, so it's just easier to get it done, the first time.
Yeah.
And then it makes blending so much easier. So done the neck, done his little divots, and then we can turn him to the side and we can do a bit of the stripping work. He's so tired. He's so tired.
Sunday's his rest day.
Liz will be so impressed that I have you calm.
What do you mean?
Very
You're a little
impressed.
superstar.
So I'm going to come round and get my little stripping knives. There we go. Oh, we may as well use that too. Mm-hmm. May as well throw some tools in there. So I've just got a fine and a coarse stripping knives. These are the Jody Murphys.
Yeah.
That I got.
And they're pretty much like a classic.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're just a classic knife.
Yeah.
Like they're like
nothing, no frills, nothing fancy. They just get the work done, and I haven't needed to blunt these. Like I know some brands I get, and sometimes you got to, get them on the concrete or something coarse and do them up. But these are just gone straight on the dogs.
Yeah.
And they're really, really good. So when using stripping knives, you always go for the coarse first
and work your way
down to the fine.
Yeah.
That's if you've got, your coarse. Is it coarse medium then fine? Or
coarse, medium, fine.
Yeah. So start with coarse, end up with fine.
Yeah.
Because if you put the fine in first, you'll constantly get caught.
And it takes out the wrong hair as well.
Yeah.
Which is really important.
Yeah.
Hey, Jen. Jen's joined us.
Hi, Jen. So what I might do, I might sit him down and face him this way so my back isn't to
So which camera are we on, Cole? That one. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
good boy.
What I might do, actually, face him the other way, and then I'll work this way.
Okay.
Because I'm left-handed.
Yeah, I know.
It's all weird.
And when we work together, I'm just like, all right, I'll just wait for you to place the dog.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea which way you're going. Because it's back to front, upside down, Miss Jane.
But I've trained myself on stripping knives to do it right-handed.
Oh.
Because you can't get left-handed stripping knives.
Yeah.
And the ones you can get are so, I think I know one brand that does it. Yeah. So I've just trained myself to do it right-handed.
Yeah. A lot of groomers do that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of lefties.
To compensate.
Yeah. Or they train, they like a pair of scissors, so then they train themselves right-handed.
Mm-hmm.
So all those companies start making left-handed.
Yeah, come on. We're desperate.
I know.
Desperate.
I know. Even when I was at... Ash has joined us. Hey, Ash.
Hey, Ash.
Ash is a part of our team. So, when I was over in New Zealand for their groom along, and Nadia.
Nadia,
she's a lefty.
Yeah.
And then Angela, she makes scissors.
Oh.
And then Nadia's like, no, you need to make more left-handed.
Lefties.
And Angela's like, but there's not many lefties. And then we were like,
we're all here.
Yeah. And I said, who here is a left-hander? And so many people like, me. If I was left-handed, I wouldn't have to use my right.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah,
and
it's a thing.
Training myself to scissor left-handed was so hard, but, man, it's so much better on, on my hand that, I'm using something that is comfortable. For the longevity of, my grooming career,
Yeah.
So when I'm stripping, I tend to leave this strip till last or not at all because in the American standard, it asks for an arched neck.
Yeah.
So if you strip all this out, you'll almost end up with what they call a U neck.
Yeah.
Which is incorrect. And it's not that the dog is incorrect, it's just you've groomed it to look incorrect.
It'll also affect your top
and my top line. Yeah.
Oh,
so it's nice to leave it to the end so then I can stack the dog up, have a look and go, do I need to touch this?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's yes, sometimes it's no.
Yeah.
We'll leave that till last. You want to give you a kiss. So what I'm going to do, it's almost like a triangle. So I'm going from the back of the ear, feel where the withers are, where his shoulder is here, and go down his shoulder, and then my clip line. So this is my strip section.
Yeah.
So when I'm stripping, I'm just, we're going to hold the ear out the way so the skin is taut, and then I'm going to pull it down so the skin is taut, and then when I put my stripping knife in, it's not flat and it's not straight up. It's at about a 45 degree angle.
Yeah.
And we're just going to brush.
Because we don't want to scratch the skin.
Yeah.
We just want to remove the hair.
Yeah.
And I think it's important when you do strip or card that you really feel through the tool because you can really remove the wrong hair.
Yeah. And you can feel it.
And it might not be ready to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's firm, but it's not rough. So we're just pulling it through. And then we can see we've pulled, and always check. Where's it going? You always check that it's the fluffy coat coming out, not the thick top coat. So if you're pulling top coat out, it's normally the technique that is wrong. So again, check that the skin is taut, check the angle that you've got the stripping knife at, and you're just pulling it through.
Yeah. Okay.
Until you're really not getting much coming out.
Yeah.
And then once you can feel like, feel the dog, you can feel down his neck, you can feel when I hit his shoulder, and when I hit the shoulder, it's lightly just pulling it off.
Yeah, because you're following that pattern of a triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I pretty much do it till I feel like I can't get much more hair through.
Oh, we've got Beverly from Michigan, and
Wow.
it's 9:13, and I just got back from walking my corgi, and it's very hot and humid here. Well,
Total opposite to us.
Yeah, it's cold. It's cold here.
It's so cold. All right. So when we've pulled enough through, I feel like we've done a pretty good job of that. We can then move to the fine.
Yeah.
And exactly the same. So make sure the ear's out the way, the skin is taut, and we're just pulling down. And you can see as I'm pulling this dead coat out, that beautiful shiny black top coat really pops out.
Because you're just removing that dead dull hair.
Yeah. And so you can see it's just the fuzzies.
Yeah.
And that's all we want to take out.
And I find if you don't do this correctly with your Gundogs, Spaniels, that when you then use your thinners to blend it in, you start to see a lot of the coat that you haven't removed.
Yeah, and it looks a bit puffy.
Blend.
It looks a bit weird.
Yeah.
It's not smooth.
No. So it's kind of like really a part of your prep.
Yeah.
Is to remove it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to sleep. Oh, his little tongue's out.
Oh, yeah, his tongue always pops out.
It's very cute.
There's so many photos of him, like, when he's in the show ring and Liz stacks him up and he's just got this tongue hanging out.
It's very cute.
It's so cute. Such a cute dog. So, and you see, like, it's really pushed his neck in. It's given and really elongated the neck.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. We want a gun dog with a long, shaped neck.
Yeah.
And then we want a well-defined shoulder. So when the dog moves around the ring, you can actually see something.
Yeah.
And it's not just this fluffy blob, flapping its arms around. So,
that looks good. Wow.
So then when we turn him front ways.
So this is this side, and then if we
look at him at the front, there we go.
And then that's the other side.
That's the other side. So then when we turn him this way, can we? Oh,
yeah,
that way.
Yeah, you can see.
So
the
his
difference.
neck is longer here, whereas he looks a bit puffy on the other side. Yeah. So we're just giving him. We're showing off what he has.
Yeah, that looks
naturally.
Really nice.
So that's pretty much dot 1, dot 2, and then we can just connect the dots.
Perfect.
So if we turn him this way, and what if I come around the other side and I'll scissor this?
Sure.
Yeah? All right.
I'm the opposite to you.
Yeah, so. I know. So there's a few different blenders that we have. I'll pick them up. So we've got a straight blender with a straight blade and straight teeth. We call them teeth? Yeah. With straight teeth. Then we've got another blender which has...
And how many teeth is this?
Oh, I think, is it 32? Should say.
Oh, that's 54.
Oh, 54. Yeah,
but that's a bit longer.
Yeah. Whereas I think this is a 7. This is 36.
36, yeah.
Yeah. So this one has curved teeth and a curved
and our Instagram feed.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Instagram. So we've got curved blade with curved teeth versus a straight blade with straight teeth. So the difference with your straight blade is this will be stationary when you make your cut, and it's just to remove bulk. When I move to the curved blade, when I make a cut, it goes up and I'm pulling down.
Oh, so then you're bulk reducing with these.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I find that's more of a reducer. That's more of a blender.
Yeah.
And then I've got my actual curved thinners, which I'll use to shape.
Yeah.
Just to get, like where it has that move.
Yeah.
And the top of the head I find is really good for those. Yeah. So I'll normally start with getting rid of the bulk.
Yeah.
Finer details.
Yeah.
And then shaping.
Yeah. I have so many thinners and blenders. It's a lot.
Crazy for you. Like in your bag there's so many.
Yeah.
But I'm so limited. So I'm like, well, this does the thing I want, so I'm just going to have to buy this one. And I don't have much choice on brand. I just have to make it work.
Yeah.
Life of a lefty.
Yeah. It needs to be a book, A Life of a Lefty.
So then when I'm looking at Scotty side on, so I've already made this work done. I've had this work done. So now I need to make an easy blend for this.
In your transition line.
Yeah, and the transition line, because I do have a few little flyaways here and I do have a lot of work down his upper arm to transition from this beautiful neck that we've done into his beautiful legs.
Yeah.
So when I start, when I'm taking bulk out, open my scissor, put it in, one cut.
Yeah.
Because it's, what are these teeth like? I want to say like 33% they take out.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So I only need one cut.
Yeah, and I find when I do blending work that I might do one cut, comb.
Brush, do another one. Yeah, and check.
Yeah,
always
constantly checking.
Yeah. So brush it out. I can still see there's a bit more here. So I can normally do like one cut, one cut, and then brush it and then check.
Yeah.
So in, cut, in, cut, and then brush him out. There we go. So that started it, and it's got a bit of the bulk out.
Yeah.
So then I can brush all this stuff up and see I'm missing all that. So that I'll come in with the detailers.
Yeah.
And then make this work.
And then when you're going with, it's more blending and you're following the direction of the coat. You're really watching what the coat's doing.
Yeah. So I can see like where I've missed here, because I've done my stripping and my clipping, that I've just missed a bit.
And
here.
I find that this works even on Cavaliers, like pet trims.
Yeah.
Just especially when they get a bit older and their little mouth and
they got all the dags,
and when they have a drink it's just everywhere.
Yeah.
That it can help reduce the amount of featherings around there without making it look unnatural.
Yes, yeah, totally. And I think, like when I've competed with Cavaliers, I don't pick up a pair of straights or curves because it does need to look natural. Yeah. So it's thinners, blenders, maybe chunkers, maybe.
But it can take out too much hair.
Too much, yeah. So the thinners and blenders and, all that kind of stuff is where I'm at for that breed. And even like when I'm doing my Cavalier pet trims, like, the dogs wear collars, so they've got a lot of broken coat around
and that dip around
the dip. Oh. So I'll just put thinners in there and just get rid of some of that dead coat and just make it a bit cleaner.
Yeah.
So I've made that blend in here. So
that looks nice.
And to check it, brush it different directions, brush it away, brush it down, brush it across.
Yeah.
Is there any weird bits that are just hanging out?
Yeah.
And you can just tidy them up because you really want to pull this neck down into the shoulders.
Yeah.
And then, if you think you look at the front of the chest here and you're like, there's not much happening here. So like and he's missing a bit. Yeah. From his haircut. So, you can brush it up. If you really want to have this shoulder angle pop out, you can just put your scissor, again, put it in that little divot and just give it a couple of snips.
Yeah.
And it just pushes this back and pushes the front out.
Yeah.
There. So if I'm going to be OCD about it, I'm going to clean up this bit that I just saw and I don't like.
So while you're being OCD about blending, we have a event here and it's a scissor night. So DGS from Queensland are coming down. So they're going to be coming.
How exciting. Good opportunity for us because we don't see them very often.
I know. And we don't have a lot of scissor places, do we really? Like we have to just order them and hope for the best.
And hope for the best, which is, I guess, not just for us lefties, but anybody that you want good scissors and you pay good money for them, you want to try them. Yeah. So it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, so they're coming down on the 8th of August and it's at night time and we're making it a bit of an event and we're going to go through different scissors, different handles. We're going to have a few different demos and things like that. So you can book that online, melandnewman.com.au or scan the code.
Hey, he's got the code up. I know. Got a good cameraman.
And we're going to have lots of giveaways. So it's going to be a really fun night. So you can book that through.
It's a Friday night, isn't it?
It's a Friday night.
Friday the 8th. Yeah. It'll be good to see people. Yeah. Especially from the other side of town.
I know.
In my little corner.
Because the amount of people that say, I wish like DGS could come down here and I'm just like, okay, well.
They're coming. They're coming.
And it's already half full. So you need to get onto it, guys. So we can't extend it either. So once it's full.
That's it. Miss out.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't miss out.
Don't miss out. What did you say, Cole?
Pizza night.
Oh, and there's
pizza. Don't forget about the pizza.
Yeah, pizza.
Very important.
Yeah.
So I've done clip, strip, and blend right to the shoulder. Yeah. So the best way to check your work and make sure it's blended is make a weird U with your hand. Put your thumb on the shoulder.
Yep.
And your finger, where the withers meet the ribs.
Yep.
And then check here. So I've still got a bit of hair left in this area. So I can still blend some more. You can blend with your thinners or you can get I use a stripping block because I don't know about you guys, I get sweaty hands. Mm-hmm. So I like the grip.
Yeah.
And again, make the skin taut. And when you only grab a little bit and pull, I'm pulling straight down with the grain. Yeah. Pull with the grain.
Yeah.
So I'm just pulling a couple little bits out just on that blend line. There we go. And on the neck. There we go. So then when I think it looks good, again, check your work. Put your hand there. A couple little bits there. So I reckon we can just get a little bit and blend it there.
Because he's never been clipped, has he?
No, he's always been stripped on the back coat. He's only just been clipped on the legs and the tummy.
Yeah.
But, I thought it'd just be a good pet trim.
Yeah.
To show that you can still do the good work of stripping and make them look, like a show dog, but it's practical at the same time. So he still looks cute, but, he's not getting wet. He's not bringing all the, stuff in.
Yeah.
So, it looks really smart.
He still looks like an American.
Yeah. So now, there we go. So we're pretty much blended in now. And then if we turn him to the front, and I reckon we can see what we've done. And I just got his hair up my mouth. Good boy, Scott. Yeah. What's up? So we've got this really nice.
Yeah, I can see it from
got this nice.
From the top profile, it looks good.
And then
hairy bear
on the other side. So this is the line we're looking for. It's a really nice, tight shape from his neck all the way down, if he had full furnishings, straight to the ground.
Yeah. Good boy.
How's that? He's feeling fresh.
Yeah. Okay, so what
boy.
would you do next? Would you do his rear?
So then I would work to the rear.
So we'll move him this way. Round you
So-
go, buddy. Round you go.
Do we want to do it on this cam?
Instagram question from Miette.
Oh,
Go for
yeah.
it.
Hey, Miette.
As a pet trim, how long would that take to do?
The whole thing? I could probably do the whole thing. I guess I know my way around the dog.
On the American?
On an American, I can do this trim in an hour and a half, and that's washing and drying.
Yeah.
But then I know my way around
Yeah.
the dog.
I would allow like 2 hours. But
Yeah.
I allow 2 hours for every dog.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Because I'm on my own, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And you can take your time with it, and the dogs can enjoy it.
Yeah.
And, and you're not rushing. So, yeah, if you were to do this for a customer, I'd tell them 2 hours at minimum.
Yeah.
If you weren't confident in it, 2:15, 2.5.
Yeah.
And then once you get more confident, I'd do 2.
Yeah.
Send that off.
Okay, so his little rear.
Okay, so going to the booty. So Scotty is short in stature on the tail front.
And he's got a top tail.
A little nub. He's got a nub. So when you're working with a full tail
Like we normally would in
like
Australia.
99% of the dogs I work
Now, because
on.
he is an import, so that's why he's got a
That's
top
why,
tail.
he's missing a bit of a tail because he was born elsewhere. So when I'm doing a full tail, you would clip the bottom, and I'd keep it on the 10 and go about an inch up the tail, and then go to the very end of the tail and 10 off because here we trim them short. It just depends what your customer is after.
Yeah.
If they want a full tail, then
Some
you just do it
people
like a pet
like
tail.
the flag.
Yeah, so Ryder's son that I groom, they love the full flag.
Yeah.
So I'll do just a normal pet tail. I'll do the bottom and then trim in a flag.
Yeah.
But if I was doing one of my dogs, it would be do the base, clip off the end, and then brush it all down and the thinners, and then take it all
blend
off
it all in.
and strip a bit on the top.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do for a full tail. But for Scotty, I don't have to do that. And that was nice at the Royal because it cut about 5 minutes of my groom. So when I'm doing the tail, I've already done around his booty. So we're just going to take off underneath, and we're going to take, because he does still grow hair under there. So we're just going to take that off.
He's like snoring and going
Is he?
to sleep.
Oh, yeah. He's so funny.
Between him and Dash, they get on camera and it's nap
Oh,
time.
I love that for them. So when we've done the bottom, we've done under the base of the tail, we've done the tip of the tail, and now we're going to set in the, we call it the butt shelf. Do you call it the butt shelf?
Yeah.
Because they've got this bone right level with their bottom. So we're trying to meet the tail to the body, to the butt bone.
Yeah.
So when I come in, I'm going to go down and scoop right as I hit that butt bone. And I'm using the corner of the blade that's closest to its bottom.
Yeah.
So when I swap on the other side, I'm going to use this corner.
And because if he wasn't stripped or clipped or whatever, he'd just grow hair and that would be it. But now we're trying to create a leg.
Yeah.
And the leg starts from here.
Yeah.
And
So
turn
a
a
tail
stifle.
set into a top line into a rear.
Yeah. So we're drawing a picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you leave too much hair in this area, so cockers are square, sort of off square. So if you've got too much hair on the back end, you're going to make them long.
Yeah.
So when you clip them, you really want to shorten them up. So take as much hair in this area as you can and blend it nicely to really shorten him up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, he's not incorrect in size, but the grooming will make him look incorrect if not done properly.
Yeah. Again, says she would allow 3 hours.
3? Oh, I haven't got time for that. I'm a busy lady.
And that's because she has breaks.
Yeah. If you're having breaks, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it, like, again, like, if that's the way you're comfortable grooming, like, you do what makes you and the dogs happy.
Yeah, and she works with her husband.
Oh, do you? Oh.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying, but I can't. Tim's like, I want to wash.
He grooms with her. It's so
Oh,
nice.
that's lovely.
Yeah.
I love that.
I think they're in Hamilton.
So now we've trimmed all this hair away and it's really pushed the rear in. So we've pushed him in. Now we've just got to blend him in. So it's the same. Yep. It's the same thing with the front. We want that nice tight hip and straight down.
Yeah.
So the shape you've made at the front, you're going to make it at the back.
Yeah.
So now we're going to brush him out. And then I'm looking at this tail and I can't. I just can't. So we're just going to blend it. So again,
and I think I got my Gayleen's confused because I can't really see the... So she doesn't work with her husband.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, it's a great thought. I'd love that.
I'm reading off a screen. Sorry.
I would love that for me, but... Okay. So we've just brushed to the side and I'm just using my thinners to just take the length off this tail. And we're going to brush it up on this side.
And Renata's from Melbourne.
Another Melbourneite.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Probably in front of her heater.
Yeah.
It's so cold at the moment, isn't
awful,
it,
Scott? There we go. That's better.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Better. So now he's got a nice...
And that's just a few quick
tail.
Snips.
Yeah. But it looks natural.
Yeah.
Like, there's no harsh clipper marks. There's no scissor marks.
And do you know what? Like, some dogs absolutely hate their tails being stripped, clipped, anything. So I feel like sometimes, like, I'll just grab my blenders and just whack a heap of hair off.
And
then, like you do with the stripping knives, I start with my blender that'll take out the most hair.
Yes.
And then I'll work down.
Yeah, and work down to the
just
finer.
so it's a lot kinder for the dog.
Yeah. So we've set the clipper marks. And then we're going to get the stripping knives, the coarse. And again, start with the coarse, finish with the fine. And then, so again, we're going to leave this strip because I want a bit of grace, because I want a nice hard top line. And
so nice and level?
Slightly sloping.
Okay.
Slightly sloping. And the tail should be at about 1-2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it's a nice transition because it shouldn't just be a hard line and then drop off from the top line. It should be a nice line all the way down the top line and then smooth up into the tail. Yeah. So as
they get older, they can get a bit.
They can lose it,
and then a bit roachy.
Yeah. So you have to accommodate.
Yeah, like
for those
us
things.
As we get older, we get a bit.
Yeah. The back starts hurting, the hips, I don't go as well as I used to. So then, if you are presented with a dog that doesn't have a straight top line, you then have to accommodate for that. So again, like with the neck, and I left this strip, I'm then going to leave another strip here. So then I can come back to you later and go, do I need to do work on that? Yeah. Maybe not.
And even if it is just a pet groom, and I know a lot of groomers will say, but I'm just grooming pets. But I feel like it's so important to understand the basic fundamentals of the dog you're grooming.
Yes.
So then you can help accommodate these things as dogs get older. Because sometimes, like, your dog can get older and they get a bit easty-westy.
Yeah. And, and I think owners do pick up on that kind of stuff. And if you can create a shape, that is pleasing to the eye, the owners don't know what you've done. Yeah. They don't know that you left a bit of hair here or you took too much here. They know it looks good.
Yeah.
And that's why they'll come back. So having a basic understanding of dog anatomy or the breeds that you're grooming is so important. So important. Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at the table while I'm saying that.
Yeah. No, I do remember you, Gayleen. That's why I was confused with the other Gayleen.
Okay, so when we're doing Scotty, again, I'm going to grab a bit of hair, pull it forward to make it taut, and I'm going to have it at a 45-degree angle. And I'll start about midway, because we've done all this. So we'll start midway down the back.
So you're working on this side?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'll do it on this side.
Okay.
No, sorry.
Okay.
I'm pointing at things and I'm like, oh, the camera's on the other side.
Yeah.
So I'll start back here and I'm going to work over the hip bone, and then I'm going to come down the thigh. So I'm going to miss this strip on the back, give him a bit of a mohawk, but I'm going to work this bit.
And when we're carding, we need to be careful of those little bones.
Yes,
so
of his hips,
feel
and his spine.
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. So I'll usually put my thumb on the spine and lay my hand like this and pull it forward. So then my arm is protecting the spine.
Yeah.
And then come in, and I'm going to come like this, but in nice, just little strokes. Because again, and then, you feel you hit the hip bone here, so you don't push in so hard.
Yeah.
And just come in, and then as I come down the thigh, and always, if you get a build-up of hair, just brush it away, because then it gets caught, and then you start cutting coat.
And you can see the shine coming through.
Yeah.
And we're 45 minutes.
Wow, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Sorry, guys. You were like, we'll just do a short one.
Yeah.
And then
but it's just so much information that you want to share, isn't it? For people?
And, this breed gets me so excited. Excited. So when, you were like, do you want to do an American? And I was like, do I want to do an American? I'm like, yeah, I'll do an American.
And then you bring the American.
Yeah, the American.
Yeah.
So, and then again, as we hit his little hip bone here, we're just grazing off. So come in, just graze off. And we're just blending.
And this hair, it's like so dark.
Oh, it's so fluffy.
Yeah.
Because it's dead.
Yeah.
It's ready to go. It's not wanted. I can get out of here.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we've just done, and again, pull his skin and just tidy this. So again, put my hand on the hip bone.
Yeah.
So I pretty much encompass this thigh muscle.
Yeah.
And again, there's still a bit there. So, and it's always just checking, brushing.
And it's so important that we don't bald the dog.
Bald them, yeah.
So we still need to keep a
little bit at a time, just a
Yeah.
little bit at a time. So we've done a bit of the course. Again, pick it up, pull it, protect his spine, and pull him. And I know some dogs love to sit down, so you'll put the strap on, and I'll just put my arm through and then work around the strap.
Yeah.
Because we all know what spaniels can be like, and especially cavaliers. Oh, my word. Cool. And that was the fine one as well. So I finished with the course, went to the fine.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to pick his tail up. I'm going to stand him up properly. There we go. Pick up his tail. And so this is what I'll cut.
Yeah.
So again, with the bulk removing one, the gold one, I'm going to stick the blade. Oh, hang on, actually. I feel like I'm twisting my wrist.
Yeah.
One cut, 2, 3.
Can you just check that Instagram one?
Oh, yeah, sorry, Instagram, if my back's here. I'm very sorry. And then you can see most of that bulk now has gone. So then we'll...
It's only a small, it's not huge, but there's a lot of hair
but it
coming.
makes so much difference when you just get rid of that little bit of hair, so it just lays a bit better and you get a really nice shine, get a really nice finish. So again, where his hip bone is here, I'm not coming up to the top, just down the side to blend this in.
And really watching the hair and watching what you're removing.
Only a little bit, brush it out. I can still see there's just a couple hairs I don't like there.
And if you're doing a lighter hair dog, I find that I'm trimming less and brushing more, trimming less, brushing more, just to make sure I'm not exposing the lighter hair underneath.
Yes.
Especially like when you groom an Irish.
Oh, yes. Because that's a beautiful red hair.
Yeah,
and then you start cutting it off and then it starts going pretty south.
Yeah. So blending is like...
Yeah, really important. So important. And like, you know, ruby cavaliers, the buff cockers, the red like English cockers.
Yeah.
Even the white, I find the white sometimes because their skin is so pale that if you clip too close on the throat, like it just comes up like even a tomato,
like,
you know.
Even like your roans.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then because I've done some clipper work here, I'm just going to blend in, but I'm not coming up to the top. It's just where I've made that clipper line there, and we're just going to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Because we don't want clipper lines.
So that's our transition line from where we've stripped into clipped, where we're blending through.
There we go. Good boy.
Good boy.
Beautiful. So now you can see... It's hard to see, isn't it?
That's good.
That he's got a nice thigh and a good tail insertion. And he's got, if you want to get really stylised, fluff this out, and where you can feel his little bum bone.
How far would you go down there?
So I clip to the bone and then just kind of scoop it and trail out.
Yeah.
And then just to give him a little bit of an angle, fluff, if he had full furnishings, just fluff this out a little bit. Get your thinner, the bulk reducing ones.
Yeah.
And put your blade up against that butt bone. Go in.
Yeah.
And one cut.
Yeah.
Because it just pushes in this shape, but you haven't lost any furnishings.
And with your more pet trims, it would just keep it a lot cleaner.
Yeah. So he's got a nice clean bum.
Yeah.
You know, and we've done his sanitary, so he's not getting wee on him, he's not getting poo on him, but he's got a great, you know, he's got a booty and a nice butt, you know. So it just gives him all the right angles.
Yeah.
So then if we turn him to face you and the camera can see what we've done on the side. So he's got, you know, he's still got all this in here. But he hasn't got much going on the side there.
Do you ever go through and just finger and thumb
Yes, yeah. Especially if you've got, these weird flyaway ones. Yeah. I just go in with the stone or, you know, like the rubber finger protector.
I just do the latex gloves.
Yeah.
And I'll just
pull them out
and then just go through.
Yeah.
But he's got a beautiful coat.
Yeah, he's a good boy. Oh, not the magnet.
Not the magnet.
Not the magnet.
We love the magnet.
We love the magnet.
Oh, he looks really good.
There we go. I think I've done the opposite side.
Yeah, you've done opposite.
That's okay. That's all right.
There we go.
He's looking handsome as this guy.
Okay, so I've already mentioned our scissor night. It's our scissor summit. So that's where you can come and have a look at all the different scissors. So DGS have Kenchi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have they got the Artero stuff too?
They have Artero. They have P&W, which is one of my favourites.
Yes.
Sazin, which is a new Australian brand, which I love.
Yeah, I'd be keen to try them eventually.
Yeah. Which you thought that they did lefties,
yeah,
but they don't.
Well, on the side it said that, but then I looked at them properly and they're righties. So I got my hopes up for nothing.
Yeah, because I rang and asked.
Yeah, and then I looked and I'm like, yeah, they got them.
Yeah. So that's on the 8th of August, so you can come and try. You need to book in. It's $65 and we're going to look at the different handles, different blades, go through it all and do some grooming demos. So maybe Scotty can come back.
Oh, Scotty would love to come, wouldn't you, darling?
Yeah, so and that's already half booked. So if you want to go to that, you need to get in pretty much straight away. There's a QR code on
screen.
I can
see it.
Which is exciting. So, 2 people have used it. That's even more exciting.
Good job.
So it's going to be a really fun night. We're going to have giveaways, demos. You can feel the scissors. Beforehand, we're doing, which you need to book in for as well, more of a private fitting. So then it's just, what'd you say, Carl?
That's free.
Yeah, that's free.
Yeah.
But you need to book in for that. And that's with Gina and myself. Gina owns DGS, and we just go through one-on-one what scissor you want. So that's a good opportunity as well to do that. But that's a separate booking to the actual Scissor Summit. So definitely book in for that because it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be exciting.
So we've got that coming up, and then we'll have another live at the end of August.
Okay.
Yeah,
Woohoo.
and I'm off to Canada for Master Groom, so I'm pretty excited for that. I'm doing a grooming demo for round heads. So,
Are you?
yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah, and I'm judging the poodle class. Oh,
Yes.
no, am I the poodle class? Or
Are
maybe
you?
the purebred class.
Yes.
Probably the purebred.
That's so exciting. Yes.
So we're pretty excited about that. Oh, Ash is excited for the Scissor Summit.
Of course she is. She got to get hyped, Ash.
Yeah. But anything else? That's a lot of information.
That's a lot. Sorry, I did word vomit for about an hour.
No, it was good. It's all good information because it's really hard to use thinners and blenders.
And the right ones.
Yeah, because
right
I've seen
ones.
a lot of groomers use chunkers and go through, and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
takes too much hair. But yeah, definitely pop onto our YouTube channel. We've got over 230 videos now or something
really?
crazy. Yeah.
That many.
So, yeah, it's a lot.
Gunning it. Yeah, you guys are going so good.
Yeah. And, okay, so we'll finish up. And thank you, Scotty. Thank you, Liz.
Thanks, Liz. You're the best. I love Scotty.
And thanks to Jackie for coming in and bringing Scotty.
Thanks for asking me.
That's all right. You're more than welcome. Come back anytime.
Yeah.
And until next time, guys, happy grooming.
Bye.
Bye.